Singles, welcome to my channel, Sage of Aqua, and today we're doing the divine luck for those that seek romantic love, the eternal pursuit of romantic love. Looking for romantic love and prospecting for gold is not an easy road, and it's not for the faint-hearted. It takes a lot of energy, and you never ever really know whether or not you're going to actually find what you're looking for. So that's why I like to do this spread for the youth. Not only do they make up over 70% of my channel analytics, but also because it's a very interesting way of finding hope. We might not always find love, but if we can find a thread of hope. So that's why I like to do this. And today I'm using my Goblin market deck. So this is a new deck that I'm using, and in this deck I have wild cards, and the wild cards are to identify you, the significator, if you choose to be, or also to look at me, myself, what energy I'm dwelling in. Pretty much have to be a Buddhist monk in order not to put your energy into these readings as a reader. I've got two wild cards. This is the more masculine wild card. This is the one who went into fairy. So that's the one that actually ventured into the fairy realm to negotiate for the goblin wares, which were really delicious and magical fruits. And this Goblin Mat Tarot deck is based on the poem written in 1962 by Christina Rossetti, a young woman who quite obviously was intrigued with the underworld and what existed. But also there's quite a strong philosophy behind this, in that how you approach the world, you can really only do it in two ways. You can either go forth with this energy, or you can hang back with the other sister. So there's two sisters in the deck, and they're the wild cards. So I will next weekend do the actual poem that this deck is based on, so that you can have a better understanding. Alright, let's boot on with the reading. So I've already laid out some cards, and I've got 10 of Crowns, which is the Pentacles in the awareness, and I've got the 10 of Cups in the subconscious. So the 10 can either be high or low, because 10 denotes to 1, and number 1 is self. So there's a lot of energy here about the self. There's an awareness that you've got to be self-supportive, like you've got to go towards growth. And there's awareness here in the subconscious that you'd like to be going towards the emotional self. So there seems to be a bit of a battle here. So this is the 10 of Swords. So the 10 of Swords is a little bit too much thinking, and also a bit of a release mechanism. So you may have released yourself from possibly an emotional burden here. So this is in the subconscious. So you're sitting in the Knight of Wands energy. So even though the Wands is an active energy, the Knight is not the strongest energy that you could be in. The Knight is a little bit immature. So you could definitely work on having a little bit more of a mature approach to love. You definitely could upgrade that. So the 10 of Wands can also mean an offer. So it's possible that you could have had an intellectual offer that you may not have taken, and you could just rather be looking for love. Just rather, not just don't really want to dwell in the intellectual energy. That's what I'm getting here. Well, this could be the beginning or the end. This could be the beginning or the end of something that's been really heavy on your mind, especially with a new offer coming in here. It could be in love. It could be a love offer, or you might want to make a love offer. So there's an offer here. There's a release of something that's intellectually burdened you. You could. What I'm getting from this is that you've released something that was heavy on your mind, and you're actually focusing on emotions. That's what I'm getting from this. You're actually focusing on, could be self-love. In position 4, I've got the strongest card in the deck. So that is the Emperor, and in this deck it's the Fairy King. Alright, so you're stabilizing whatever it is that you're releasing and going towards. It's stabilizing you. So you could have had some kind of headache that was heavy on your mind, and you are much more going towards things that make you feel like emotionally secure. With this Emperor here, things are stabilizing, and it could be to do with a new offer. So what I'm feeling is you could have had an emotional offer, and you've had, in order to go towards that, you're having to release something that was heavy on your mind. Or it could just mean that you're mulling over something that, or you have been mulling over something that wasn't working, and you're just going back to self-love. There's definitely a release vibe here. And whatever it is that you're doing, whatever it is that you're releasing, it's giving you power. So you're on the right track. Definitely, this offer could be something good. So this is success. 7 of Wands. You're definitely being successful, and that's coming up in position 5. So you're actually improving. You're having a hand in improving your prospects in love, in prospecting for love. Yeah, I see a situation here that's making you feel strong. Yeah, with this Emperor here in position 4. So I've got number 4 in position 4. This is really strengthening. This offer here is really strengthening, and it's ultimately successful. So you're moving more towards emotional and getting out of your head. This says you're getting out of your head. All right, so I've picked up some feminine energy here. I mean, it could be to do with this Enchantress, but the Enchantress is got a lot of offers on the table. So Lord of Wands is a very active, strong-willed, masculine person. The Knight of Crowns is someone that's quite industrious, but not really at the top of his game, but he's a try-hard. And the Porter of Crowns, that's the child, that's the Joker, that's the Jack. That is an offer in order to grow. So each one of these offers is different. Lord of Wands is probably a very stable person. The Knight of Crowns is trying hard. He probably makes a lot of offers and gets knocked back. Doesn't really care, keeps going. And the Porter is not really had much practice. So I've got all 3 masculine energies here. They're all vying for the love of this Enchantress. Alright, on the bottom of the deck, on the Gravity Door of Perception, I've got the Chariot. So the Chariot is about reining in intellectual energy and channeling it more into the emotional. So whatever is going on here, the energy is saying going more towards putting more time and energy into looking for romance. That's what I'm seeing here, and you're having a lot of success with that. All right, but the person that you're vying for is getting a lot of offers. So basically, I'm picking up a bit of a swinging dicks contest here. You know, I've got a lot of very powerful masculine energy here. These are the strongest cards in the deck. You know, I've got 2 knights, a porter, a lord and a fairy king. You know, I've got all the masculine energy on the table here, and I've only got one woman. All right, so this could be a bit of a swinging dicks contest. So this fairy is what I got. Wagon is what I got out in the divine love. So that is basically, he's got an entourage of cohorts, and there's a driver. So he's carrying a lot of weight here, and if he hasn't got his ducks in a row, if he hasn't got his direction sorted out, then it's not going to go anywhere. So that is the energy that's in the gravity field. Is if you don't have things sorted out, you're not going to progress in your personal life. So this came up in the divine energy as well. Alright, so the strongest card in this spread is the Fairy King. So I think we'll just focus on that. Fairy King. So he's an older, more mature energy in fairy lore. So the Fairy King is best known for his parts in Shakespeare's A Midsummer Night's Dream. The Fairy King has great powers over nature. He can conjure storms and make rivers flow upstream. If anyone enters his hidden wood, he will speak with them. If they answer, they are said to be at risk of being lost forever, but if they fail to answer, they are troubled by storms and shrieking voices. Nevertheless, the Fairy King is a font of wisdom and passions and can stir the soul to great realizations. Here he sits on a golden throne, surrounded by dancing sprites who tend to his every whim. The fruit he holds is a symbol of plenty, while the other hand faces outwards, suggesting his power to make us stop and consider. Above all, Fairy King represents stability. His appearance as the fourth card suggests a 4 square. So that's the square is in the platonic solids of sacred geometry. That is a sign of stability. So you may be stabilizing emotionally in your life. So he sits on a solid monumental throne. Alright, so he can be protective or aggressive. His guardianships, like that of a father, may sometimes seem harsh, but it is most often tempered with love. Nevertheless, his judgment can be summary, so he is certain of his innate power. Alright, so I'm getting like the sense that you might be really certain that you've found somebody that is right for you, but the energy around the Empress, the feminine energy in this reading, is surrounded by offers. So you may be certain on this person. Yeah, I'm getting love. I'm getting love. You feel that this is the right choice. But there's a bit of a swinging dicks contest about getting this feminine energy's attention. So let's just have a little further investigate. Let's just go prospecting. That one's sticking up. It's an extra message. So let's go prospecting for romantic gold bullion. Okay, so you're standing in your power. That's great. You're really sure that this connection is what you want. But if you've got competition ahead, sometimes love is not enough. Sometimes love's not enough. You know, you need to have opportunity as well. These other offers that the Empress is getting, they might be closer to her. They might have better circumstances. So let's just see. Okay, so great mystery. Please clarify for my singles prospecting for romantic love gold bullion. Is this Empress energy accessible, who is surrounded by all these offers, all these knights? Oh. She's someone different. Someone that... This is a new path for you. You haven't done this before. That's the moon. That's intuitively you feel this one's the right one. Yeah, because the moon is about a new path, a brand new path. Intuitively you choose this new path, and the moon is you feel romantic love for this person. You feel this person is the right one. You're just standing in your power. You feel like you've struck gold. Yeah? See the wagon. The wagon's coming back to remind you that you've got to rein in your ego in order to be emotionally fulfilled. So you may well have let go of intellectual issues in order to focus more on emotional pursuits. But the Emperor, this is a bit of a contradiction. The Emperor is sitting in his ego, and this card is saying you've got to let go. This card says you've got to jump into your intuition. In order to attain this love, you've made a choice of going towards this love, but you're still sitting in your ego. Yeah, you love them. 9 of Cups. 10, another 10. So that's the third 10 that I've got. 10 of Wands. Yeah, you're giving it everything. You're giving it everything. So, yeah, I've got the 5s here, which says that there could be. See, the 10s keep coming out. The 10s keep coming out. 10 can be 1. Number 1, self. I'm getting a feeling that this could be a twin flame connection, because I'm getting the number 1s everywhere. This person could really be making you face yourself. I'm getting conflicting energy here. Number 5 is the energy of mankind. You've had a hand in this, but it's bringing up conflicting energy in your emotions, and also in you're just not sure how this is going to grow. Yeah, you're not sure. I'm getting the feeling like you feel like you're in too deep. That's what I'm feeling like. Alright, we'll just take one more and we'll look at the mystery card. I feel like you're in too deep. You've put everything into this. Because you really love them. 9 of Cups, you really love them. You feel this is the real deal. Yeah. It's always nice to find romantic gold bullion. But can you sustain it? The question is it sustainable? You've given it everything, but you're now starting to doubt, am I going to be able to sustain this? Is this going to grow? Is this going to turn into something that I can invest in? Or is it just going to play on my heartstrings? Alright, so I've got number 3 on the bottom. I'm getting the feeling something's definitely started up here in love. The fairy realm. So number 3 means it's up and running. So you've jumped in head first. With the Emperor here, you've jumped in head first into this. Yeah, you feel like this is successful. So this fairy realm card indicates it's time to go deeper, to explore and get to know the destination that the steps of the fairy wanderer. Card 0 have brought us. The crack between the worlds, the entrance into the cave, the forest, the hidden realm, where the goblin offers its riches to us, if only we dare. Alright, so I'm getting the feeling, yeah, I've got another number 5 here. Yeah, you're conflicted about this. About whether or not it's going to grow, whether or not it's going to be good for you, whether or not it's going to be worth putting your heart into. This card from Spirit says it's time to go deeper. That's what I'm getting from Great Mystery. It's time to go deeper. To get your reward out of this, it's time to go deeper. And I've also got looking at yourself. So in order to go deeper into this, you have to look at your past and what has led you to here, and have you got everything signed off? Because I was getting all the 10s. You need to sign off on a lot of things. If you're taking a love seriously, you need to make sure that you've got everything signed off, and that you don't have any baggage. That's what I'm getting from this. Gonna make sure you haven't got any baggage. Alright, so let's just have a look at the mystery card. So regardless of the fact that this Empress has got a lot of offers, the Spirit is encouraging you to take this deeper. Just ignore all the other people that are hanging around this person, because they're not you, basically. They're not you, and you're willing to give it everything. You're willing to put the energy in. Alright, let's look at the mystery card. 3 of Wands. Yeah, take action. Move towards this. Regardless of this conflicting energy that's hanging around in the background. Basically, you can decide in your mind that you're aware of this 5 energy. That you know that if you're in doubt, it's probably because you created that doubt. That's what I'm feeling. 3 of Wands. Action, movement into a new dimension of activity, a voyage of discovery, fresh waters. Yeah, so Great Mystery is saying go for this. Go for it. That's what I'm feeling like. Even though you're not sure, it's a new road. Yeah, but romance is about discovery. It's a risk you've got to take. So be bold. Yeah, just you've got to cooperate, work things out. It's all part of the love mission. So yeah, you're definitely in a bit deep, but it's saying here to go deeper and move towards this. It's a sign to be bold, courageous, and expect success in this. Doesn't matter about this other suitors. Doesn't matter that it's raising issues here. These number 5s are only here because we're human. We're only human. So this is just in our minds. We doubt this. We doubt whether or not we can support this situation financially. We doubt whether or not we can cope intellectually. We doubt with we doubt our own judgment here. We doubt whether or not we should listen to our emotions. But intuitively, this card is saying look at what you can offer, and just jump in. That's what I'm doing here. Jump in, just give it everything. 10 of Wands. Or you've given it everything. This could be a connection that you've given it everything, and still difficulties arise. But I'm not really feeling that. I'm not really feeling that this. I'm feeling like this is something you've never encountered before, because I've got this ego card here. But everything is telling me here to let go of your ego and go with this 9 of Cups, that you actually feel love for this person. Alright, so let's get some clarifiers. I'm just going to see what is protagonist energy here. So yeah, the Judgment, the Queen's Favour, and the Wagon has been coming up in the Divine energy as well. So that's just really self-assessment and just making sure that you're sitting in the right energy for this connection, and looking at how you can fine-tune in order to incorporate this in your life. 5 of Cups. Yeah, you doubt whether or not you actually can pull this off emotionally. It's saying go deeper, regardless of the fact you doubt whether or not you can pull this off emotionally. Go deeper. Yeah, you are in your ego, but it's about reining in to go towards. So Spirit says, regardless of this doubt that you have emotionally, go deeper. Even though you're dwelling in ego, learn to rein in more emotion and have, because intuitively, the number 5 is that you've had a hand in attracting this to yourself. And that's why I'm feeling like it could be a twin flame, because you've attracted this. And it could be just to balance the Five of Cups, the doubt that you have in your heart. The moon, the intuition energy is here. You can rein in your ego here. See how these two, reining in the ego and moving more towards emotional. Number 5 is very strong energy. So we're going from number 4 to number 5. Number 4 is stable, but number 5 is bringing it into the physical plane. Bringing this intuition, intuitively engaging in the physical plane. You've got to bring this into the physical. It's still in your imagination. You've got to bring this into your physical. Alright, so I'm just going to clarify with a different deck. So, Great Spirit is encouraging you to face your fears about whether or not you've got fears of judgment. Yeah, grounding, get grounded. Be like a tree, it says. Yeah, and breathe. Get grounded. Alright, you're too much in your head. Alright, so I've got double confirmation on the go deeper. But you've got to get grounded first. Alright, so let's just have a look. And then it says it will be effortless once you get grounded. It's too much, I'm feeling like it's too much work because you're not grounded. So consider how trees, the standing ones, exemplify balance between heaven and earth. Their leaves breathe in carbon dioxide and breathe out oxygen. So you breathe into your ego and you breathe out into the feminine. Okay. A vital process for so many beings on the planet, including us humans. Their trunks and roots have planted themselves firmly in the soil, allowing them to receive the gifts of another kind of nourishment from Mother Earth. Oh, so I'm getting that you're not quite sure if this is actually going to nourish you emotionally. It's not easy for you to come out of ego and start reining in your intuition. It's conflicting. You're just not sure if this is going to accommodate your needs. I'm getting the sense you need to probably loosen up a bit about this one. Okay, so you've been feeling scattered and spacey lately. You are not fully in your body, and that is because you have not been able to get grounded. This is quite literally in that your body is made of materials of the earth. So when you feel disconnected from your body, you are inevitably disconnected from the earth. So get yourself grounded, and you can do it quite simply. With your feet firmly planted on the ground, wherever you are, feel the etheric roots that extend into the earth. Follow your breath so that each time you exhale, you can imagine these roots going deeper. Go deeper. So you're in the energy. Breathe to rein in this balancing, this grounding energy, and go deeper in order to address these concerns. So each time you inhale, draw up the loving, nurturing power of Mother Earth. As you have the chance, go outdoors and sit and stand with your back supported by a tree. Feel its solidness and integrity. It is simply being a tree. Okay, yeah, I'm feeling like you're overthinking this. So breathe in the essence of tree spirit and allow this to fill you up. Walk barefoot very slowly on the ground so you can maintain this connection. So yeah, you can maintain this connection, but it's not so much about them, it's more to do with you. Yeah, it's more to do with you. It's more to do with addressing these worries that you're not going to be up to the par because there's all these other offers on the table. Alright, that's all I have for you. I hope this was helpful, and that's all I'm going to do this week because I'm got to do my fire breaks. So next week I will be doing my full schedule with masculine and feminine energy inclusive. So everything in life, everything in the universe, everything in our mind, body and soul resonates to a sound hertz frequency. Every thought that we put out, every action we make, every blink of the eye, we are sending out messages, vibrations, and resonance into our world. So be careful what you put out. Be careful that you're not putting out a signal that says, I can't cope emotionally. All right, just be careful. You want to tune that in. You want to tune that in. Okay? You are capable of having a deep-seated emotional relationship, but I'm feeling like you've got to get grounded and rein in this ego. Okay, you can't have a full-on ego in a relationship. It just doesn't work on the long term. All right, that's all I have for you. Your love frequency is welcome here, and I will see you next week with my full schedule. Bye for now.